guys, we are back. This is Andy with Appalachian Andy Outdoors. Yeah, back at it at Shawnee State Forest area. I've been winding myself up, get myself mentally ready to tackle this loop. What we're gonna do is 2 days, 1 night. From what you can see from the parking lot, we are taking the North Loop, just around 20 miles. And of all the places that I've been, man, this place is always challenging. And if you ain't up to the challenge, you better stay home. So, guys, you're gonna stick around, not gonna miss this one. This trail is notoriously known as one of the toughest hikes in Ohio. For anybody who has been consistently following and watching the channel, earlier this year I was at Shawnee and doing the South Loop, and with this trip now being the end of the year in November, we're on the North Loop trail, and both of them have something slightly different to offer. You might have already caught on to at the beginning not having to do any road walking, and I cannot stand doing the road walking. I like the fact that you can go right from the backpackers parking lot and right into the woods. With it being November, we're already past peak colors, but there's still some oranges, some reds and yellows. It's real beautiful out here today. If you're looking to plan a trip out to Shawnee, one of the best times in my opinion is late fall, winter time. During the summer months, it can just be miserably hot and you're probably not going to have that good of a time. And I don't want to speak for everybody, but for me personally, I like coming out here whenever it's cooler. And here, looking behind me, you got these views, and you really don't have those views in the middle of summer. All that greenery really closes this trail in. And I mean, it's still a good hike, but yeah, man, like I love this time of year. Came up on interconnecting backpacking and bridle trail. Have some water just yonder. Gonna fill up our bottles. Maybe take a sit for a minute. Have a snack. Looking at Ultralight, about 6 miles in, close to Camp 1. So this would be a good place to take a break. Feels really nice up at the top of this hill. Yeah, real cool. Wow, beautiful fall day. And I hate to see it go. Here next week we're looking at, I think, let's see, today is Saturday, going into Monday, our first chance for snow in the area, lower temps in the 20s. And I mean, I can tolerate some cold, but when it starts dropping in, 20s, kind of like in those teens, it can start to be more of that bitter cold. So, something that is new, I got a fanny pack. It's a roll top fanny pack. It has a custom design on it. Has some of my puppies on here. Here's Frankie. I got Chloe. I got, let's see, Louie. And I got Charlie. Charlie since passed, Chloe's passed, but Frankie and Louie, they're still going strong. I think Hilltop Packs. I've been looking at getting a fanny pack for a while, something that's smaller, something that is lightweight, and this really, I mean, this does the trick right here. And I got enough just to carry like a med kit. Got some body glide, got some gloves, got the park map with me, and my head. Yep, got my headlamp. So. And just enough to have a few items on hand without actually having to take your backpack off to be able to get to it. And yep. And for my snack, just got a few jerky sticks, got some trail mix, gonna drink on some of this water, and get back out on trail. Taking a look at all trails, been moving at, let's see, 27 minutes a mile. I could have paused this, but 3 hours and 20 minutes in, just under 1600 elevation gain, going at 2.2 miles per hour. Okay, and then let's see, zoom in. I got Camp 1. Oh, not far at all. And then coming out this way, I know Camp 2, where are you at? See, Camp 2 is right next to Forest Road 14. It's kind of close to the road, closer than sometimes I like it, but that's okay. Just a little bit more than halfway for the day, 4 miles to go. Whew. Well, my legs aren't completely screaming yet. I'm starting to feel some fatigue, but it is, let's see, 3:29. Sunset is at 5:22, and I really want to be able to get up to Camp 2, hopefully within this next hour. I really hate having to get the tent set up in the dark, but it gets dark just so darn early now that you really have to get an early start in the day. And at 3:30, I can already feel the temperature starting to drop. The sun's getting lower in the sky, and hey, that comes with winter, but it just really stinks. I've been trying to post more regularly on YouTube, and I've been putting out a video more frequent. I'd went on, a lot of trips this year, but with this last month and a half, I've been grounded. I've had my backpack packed a couple different times, and I had to cancel last minute. And I'm thinking, there's no better trail I can think of to get my trail legs back coming out here to Shawnee. Alright, well, we have made it. We're up at Camp 2, or actually should I say a little bit on up from Camp 2. There's a couple guys down there, so I wanted to give them some privacy. But then there's another little smaller campsite up here closer to the road. And so we're starting to get dark, so I'm going to get the tent up, going to get hopefully a fire going, and I'll check back in here in a few minutes. Somebody had very nicely left some firewood, so we're going to be putting that to use. These are some nice pieces right here. Well, we are going to have a fire tonight. I don't know how long of a fire we're going to have. A lot of the firewood close to me has been picked over. The better of the areas for this camping area is on back where those younger men are at, but hey, we're going to make good with what we got today, get the fire going. Now the fire's secure, time for dinner. Man, it seems like it's already like 8 or 9 o'clock, but it's only 6 p.m. Still really early even. So, you know, what better time but to kick your feet back, enjoy this fire, and get some grub on. What's for dinner? Glad you asked. So, what I packed along with me today, one of my many snacks, is it's the Peak Refuel Beef Stroganoff. I've had a number of their different meals, but this is the first time that I've tried their beef stroganoff. You know, I just wanted something kind of different. Let me turn on my other light here. Let's see. Yeah, there you can see. So it's got some of the mushrooms, got some of the noodles, got some beef in here. Man, this looks really good right now. For the whole thing, looking at 810 calories. A little bit disappointed. I wish the calorie content was a little bit higher, but it's got 41 grams of protein. So I'll be eating on this, and like I said, I got quite a few snacks with me on this trip. That's a mistake that I'm not going to make again. The last time I was out here, I was down to my last thing of oats, and I was eating them raw on the way out because I was just absolutely starving. But I still got some trail mix. I got some beef sticks. Let's see. I think I got some maybe protein powder in here. I got some coffee. You know, drinking coffee at now. Let's see. It is now 6:07. Drinking coffee is a no-no, but I think we might actually have a small cup of coffee just to unwind. I don't know if you guys can see that. If you want to take a peek, what I can tell, it's mostly rehydrated. Take the first bite. It's creamy. Tastes a little bit of that mushroom in there. Yeah, the beef stroganoff. I don't know if the last bite will be as good as the first one, but yeah, I like it. I guess this is another keeper. Mountain House, I think they have a beef stroganoff. They have a lot of the same types of meals, but really what I do like about the Peak refuel meals is I think the ingredients are slightly better. They're more filling, and they do have more calories. And when you're backpacking, you burn a lot of calories in a day. I was looking at my watch and said I'd burn something around like 1,200 today. So this is a meal well earned. Really has been a fantastic hike out here today. Just fantastic weather for fall. One of my favorite times of the year to be outside and hiking. I'd looked at the Ultralight app and it was showing I'd hiked in about 11.5 miles, and being a total of 18.5, 19-mile loop, we'll have just around 7.5 miles out tomorrow morning. But I'm getting pretty tired. I'm just going to lay here, listen a little bit more to this podcast, and I'll catch up with you in the morning. Good morning. Well, you can tell there's already been a weather change. Got some rain early this morning. The temperature stayed a lot the same, but packing up took a little bit more time. I was making some coffee and spilt more than half of it, so that's alright. We gotta get going anyways. You can see where we're at down here along this forest road, highlighted blue. It's not lighting up where we've already went, but we've already gone. It says 12.7 miles. I don't believe that's accurate. It's supposed to be closer to 11.5, but that don't matter. What we're going to be doing is heading in this direction past Camp Oyo, Roosevelt Lake, and then back to the trailhead. This is the easiest portion of that trail, and this is why I wanted to get to Camp 2. I don't say it's mostly flat, but it's not near as hilly. There's not quite the elevation there is from the trailhead up to Camp 2 if you are going in a clockwise direction. It is really windy this morning. I haven't been feeling as much. We've had some rain again. Not great feeling weather, but up here on top of this ridge, man, the winds are real strong right now. Well, we came out of Camp 2 straight into some elevation, some steep sections up here on this ridge. Just having some really strong winds, but this is about what I expected this morning. When I was looking at the forecast, they were predicting some rain. I think that rain came a little bit sooner than I'd hoped for. A lot of this trail, from the rain from last night into this morning, has made things a little bit muddy, a little bit slick, and it's already kind of that way. Looking at the ground here, you have a lot of these acorns, a lot of this loose gravel. If you come out here, bring you a set of trekking poles. My first major purchases with trekking poles, because you know I come out to Shawnee a lot if it's for a day hike or whether if it's for backpacking, and when you're going downhill, these trekking poles keep you from moving too far forward, you know, so you're able to maintain that steady momentum going up and downhill. Here is Camp 3. Not a whole lot going on here. It does have water. There's a water pump down here. You can pitch a tent down here. There's a fire ring. In my opinion, it's one of the most least desirable of the camping spots. It's not the most well maintained. It's right off of 125. There's a lot of traffic at night. And yeah, for those reasons, this is one of the few, or one of the only campsites that I haven't stayed at when I've been out here at Shawnee. With passing up Camp Oyo, passing up Camp 3, we have this stretch along 125. This stretch along 125 is really uneven, it's rocky, an easy way to roll an ankle. This part of the trail, you're going to want to take your time. Well, that's my trip out at Shawnee, and I think just in time. Starting to rain and the weather is turning. Guys, really, I appreciate you guys sticking around, watching. If you don't mind, give me that thumbs up, drop me a comment in the comment section, let me know what you thought about the trip, and hey, I'll see you on the next one.